Guys, in this video, I'm going to be sharing the 5 niches that I'm personally avoiding in 2025 for rank and rent. If this is your very first video, you don't know who I am. My name is Nick Wood. I've been doing this business model since 2016. And if you were like, what is this business model you're talking about? It is the model of building simple websites, ranking them on Google, and renting them to a local business owner. That's it. It's a business model that's allowed me to buy the house I'm sitting in. It's a business model that's allowed me to put in the pool outside of my house here. It's the business model that's allowed me to buy the car that I wanted to buy for a long time, a G-Wagon. It's the business model that's allowed me to travel all over the world, take my family and put my kids into a school in Africa 2 years in a row. It's a business model that allowed me to do all kinds of amazing things, and that's why I get super, super excited about it. But in this video, I do want to let you know things are changing, and as I'm getting back into the weeds personally on the agency side. And if you haven't seen my other videos about my plan for 2025, go check those out. But I'm really, really looking at this. I'm talking to my team. Hey, what are the niches we're going to look at? And especially what are the ones we're going to be avoiding? So in this video, I want to share the 5 niches that I'm going to be avoiding. So number 1 is carpet cleaning, okay? Carpet cleaning is a niche. It's too competitive and it's too low ticket and it just doesn't make sense. Now, this is one that I have not been in for a long time, but if you are still in some of these trainings, these courses that are talking about carpet cleaning, do not go into it. If your dad, brother, sister, aunt has a carpet cleaning company, maybe you could work something out. Maybe it's worth it because on the long end, you guys, in the long run, you guys could sell the business, that kind of a thing. But to just generate leads, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is mobile car detailing. Mobile car detailing was super hot, super popular a couple of years ago. Everyone had cash, and there was disposable income, and it was cool to have somebody roll up at your house and wash your car. All this kind of stuff. I even was in this niche. I had a buddy that had a company, and everybody was spending money left and right. We had. What did we have? The PPP money, I think is what it was called. We got was that what it's called? Or the stimulus check? We got all kinds of money from the government back in 2020, and everyone is spending it frivolously. Okay, it is too low ticket, and it's not one of those niches that's getting more popular. In my opinion, it's a nicety, and a lot of these niches, guys, are those nicety. They're not necessity. They're niceties. Okay, so carpet cleaning, that one. Again, that's kind of a nicety, right? You could technically take the money you'd pay a carpet cleaner, you could go buy a killer vacuum, and you could go do it yourself, which isn't ideal, but obviously some people, that's just the way that they think, okay? So carpet cleaning, we have mobile car detailing. Next one we have, guys, is outdoor kitchens. Again, back 2 years ago, everybody was dumping money into their backyards. It was a hot niche. It was exciting. These are like $20,000 kitchens, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 kitchens, big stuff. It's not something that people are spending money on anymore. It's just not. Not a niche that I would encourage you to go into, not a niche that I'm going to be going into, and I'm going to be avoiding outdoor kitchens. Okay, next one, kind of in that same vein as outdoor kitchens, is pool installations. I made a lot of money, well, not a crazy amount, but I made a fair amount of money on pool installations, not only regular pools, I think they're called gunite pools, but also the drop-in pools, the fiberglass pools. I made some good money doing pool installation leads. Again, it's not a popular niche anymore. There's not the cash just floating around. Everyone's throwing in a pool, pulling money out of their house and $100,000 loan and throwing in a pool. That's just not happening anymore. It's just not the case. And a lot of the pools that are going in when the house goes in, but people aren't just going in and throwing in pools like they were a couple years ago. So I personally am avoiding the pool installation niche. And then the last niche that I'm going to be avoiding like the plague in 2025 is remodeling. Kind of in the same vein, guys. The remodeling stuff, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, do we actually need to remodel this section of the house? Do we really need a new kitchen? And I'm talking about all kinds of remodeling, bathroom, kitchen, whatever. Do we really need to do that? Or could we take that money, save it for a rainy day? I'm telling you guys, this is how people are thinking. It's 2025. Interest rates are weird. People are kind of preparing for a storm. I think we're in a storm technically, depending on how you classify that. And people are just not spending their money on these things. So guys, if you notice, all these niches are things that are niceties. These are things that they're nice services to have, but they're not necessity. And I would contrast that and tell you, go into niches. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going into niches where you have to address the problem, right? If your truck or your car is stuck on the side of the road, you got to call a tow truck. You can't go push your car home. You just can't. I'm sorry. It has to be used, okay? Tow truck. If I've got a tree that's about to fall on my roof and cause me a ton of damage, I've got to do it. I've got to take care of it, right? Another example, if I've got a foundation that's falling, I've got to go fix my foundation, right? Or the house is worth nothing. Now, foundation repair is a niche that's very competitive. I don't go into that, but it does check the box of necessity. So think this year, guys, what I'm doing, I'm thinking about what are going to be those recession resistant necessity type of niches. That's where I'm putting my money. That's what I'm focusing on. If you guys want to do the same, great. If not, no problem, guys. I'll see you in the next video.